Curtis, get us started, please.
Hey, Justin, I wonder if you've just had maybe a little bit of time the last couple of days to reflect on the journey up to this point. I mean, if you think about, coming in over the summer and the workouts and the uncertainty, to be at the point you are now with the success that the team's having, how's that feel?
It feels really good. I mean, it's kind of crazy that we're at this point. I mean, especially at the beginning of the year, or especially coming in the summer, it was kind of like this point of the season seemed so far off. And we had, we talked a little bit about the kind of success that we would have. But to see it kind of come to fruition is really cool, and it's a lot of fun right now.
Bob?
Yeah, Justin, you've obviously played, the Big Ten tournament there at Indiana. In your mind, how do things change from regular season games to the tournament?
In the tournaments, everybody's at an equal level playing field, and anything can happen. And I think everybody knows that. So kind of everybody has this mentality of everybody has nothing to lose, so they might as well go out and play as hard as they can and as well as they possibly can. So you're going to get everybody's best shot, regardless of who's on the floor or any other situation. I mean, the arena has a lot more energy. It'll be interesting to see what it's like due to COVID, but I mean, they're letting people in, so I mean, it's just a different feel, and it's a lot of fun.
And I guess Jalen Tate won with Northern Kentucky at the Horizon League last year. I think he was the MVP actually. But based on what Moses said, none of you other guys have won conference tournaments. Obviously, the freshmen haven't. How big a deal would it be for you guys to win the SEC tournament? And I don't know if you're aware, Arkansas has only won it one time, and that was back in 2000.
I mean, it would be huge. It'd be a point of validation for our hard work over the season. It'd show how far we've come as a group, and it kind of show how the kind of damage that we can do going forward. I mean, we're all working towards winning championships, and to have the opportunity to do that is big time.
But Moses got first team All SEC, a newcomer of the year. What have you thought of Moses' season and what he's done for the team?
Oh, I mean, he's had a hell of a season for sure. I mean, he's just done a lot of different things for us, whether it be scoring the ball and just being a beacon of consistency, scoring it, rebounding, and he showed a lot of different versatilities, and he showed he can do it in a lot of different ways. When the shot wasn't going in, he was able to get to the free throw line. He's efficient. He's a good teammate. He's also always looking for his teammates if someone's open. So I mean, he's had a great season, and hopefully he can continue that momentum going forward.
And then JD got sixth man of the year. I know he only started one game, so he obviously played off the bench. And I know Eric was a little put out about his shot selection early and his defense and maybe not passing enough. And he seems like he's really come a long way in all those areas. What have you thought of JD's, I guess, maturation process and what he's doing now versus maybe what he was doing three months ago?
I mean, he's definitely really kind of turned the corner. I think he's bought in defensively, and then that's kind of made it easier on him offensively, because if he's playing defense, then it's tough for coach to take him off the floor because he's so talented offensively. If the defense comes along, then it's hard. But I'm real proud of him, and it's been real fun to see, especially over the last 3 games where he's getting multiple steals per game, and he's really locking up on the defensive end. It's been a welcome sight, and it's definitely going to help us as we get into the postseason.
Yeah. I got a couple more, but I'll turn it back to Mike. Thanks, Justin.
Nate Allen.
I guess Justin, you didn't get to play against Georgia, and then also with Missouri, you had you were out once and Tillman was out once. Just what do you think of those two teams, and if you meet Missouri about having the third go around with them?
I mean, like I said, at this point, it doesn't really matter what you did in the regular season, because anything happened in the postseason. We're gonna, regardless of who we play, we're gonna get their best shot. And I mean, they're both really good teams. I mean, Georgia's hot right now, and Missouri They're a very talented group. So I mean, it'll definitely pose some issues for us. Missouri. I mean, they've got a lot of talent, and it's 1-1. So I mean, we're both gonna be chomping at the bit to kind of win that game to kind of uneven the series. And then Georgia, we have a lot of respect for Georgia. We have a lot of respect for all the teams in the SEC. And they're playing really well right now. So I mean, both pose big challenges.
Obviously, your return made a huge difference in this team. But aside from that, what else do you feel has made the big difference in, when you all start 2-4 and now you've won 11 in a row?
I think we've really bought in on the defensive end. We kind of made some switches on defense, but it takes some buy-in as well. And we really have, gotten stops when we needed it most. And I mean, defense wins championships, and defense wins games. So hopefully we can carry that defensive momentum going forward.
Thank you.
Hutch,
Justin, I think a lot of people are surprised that you didn't get any of the All SEC by the coaches or the AP or even the All Defensive team. Were you surprised by that, and did it, maybe provide some motivation for you?
Yeah, I was surprised by it, but I'm not gonna, let it bother me. I mean, I'm just glad that Mo was recognized accordingly, and so was JD. And I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, we still have a conference tournament to play, and some of those guys they're gonna have to see me and see us. So I mean, it is what it is. It's just lists. It's just a list. It doesn't really mean anything. So I wasn't too worried about it.
Scotty,
Yeah, Justin, you've been around a lot of guys in your college career. I'm wondering if you could maybe provide a snapshot of Devoe's personality and maybe some of the fun, interesting things that he does to keep things light.
Devoe, yeah, he's an interesting dude. I mean, he's funny. He's always talking. He's always, clowning, dancing around. He just kind of just brings an energy. He just has an energy that surrounds him. Whether you're talking to him or whether you're just having him in practice. Having him engaged. Just being around him. He's a good kid, and he gives us a lot on and off the floor. He'll do even little things. I mean, before the South Carolina game, he brought out a bag of candy while we were sitting in the locker room. Or, yesterday during practice, he wore a mask the whole time for some reason. It's just a lot of, he just does some different things that you just kind of just like tilt your head a little bit and you just keep pushing because it's Devoe.
Randy,
Justin, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but you had to visit virtually before you decided upon Arkansas. Based upon that, I'm a person who likes to visualize everything before I take that next step. Has it played out the way you visualized here at Arkansas? And Moses talked about roles on the team. What do you see as your role on this team?
Yeah, I had to. All my visits were virtual. I didn't have. I had meetings with us over Zoom, but I wasn't ever really able to see the campus or anything like that. I think it definitely has lived up to my expectations. Our team is doing well. I think I'm playing pretty well too, and just being here. I've really enjoyed it. On roles, for me, I like to think of myself just doing whatever is needed, and whether that be scoring that game, rebounding, defense, doesn't really matter. Whatever it takes to get the win. And so, I'm not really too pressed about whatever my role is, I guess, because it can be so many different things on a day-to-day basis.
Bob, follow up.
Yeah, Justin, Moses was talking earlier about, how you guys really get along so well. And obviously, nobody likes COVID, but he said the circumstances have forced you guys to spend more time together than maybe you normally would, just because, you kind of got to stay in your bubble. How do you think that's impacted team chemistry, especially with so many newcomers?
I mean, it's definitely aided in our team chemistry. Just kind of forcing us to be around each other more has really allowed us to get to know each other more and quicker. I think definitely on the court, it took us a bit of time to really get to know each other, and really, get a rhythm together. But I think going through that and, just having that time off the floor has really, been a big part of why we were able to do what we did towards the end of the season.
And then, this is only applicable if you guys play Missouri. So if Georgia wins, I wouldn't use it in this story. But you and Tillman have not gotten to play against each other. If it is Missouri, how would you feel about getting to finally face each other? Would that be something you look forward to?
I mean, I guess. I mean, I look forward to every game. I look forward to every matchup. And whatever happens, happens. I mean, I'm gonna still give my 110%, and I know he will too. And he's a good player. So, I mean, if that bridge happens, I mean, we'll cross it.
Okay. Well, hey, man, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Justin, I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.